Welcome back to Cardboard Clash. I am joined here by Swift, the first competitor to lock in a top 2 seed out of their group. Congratulations. What an intense match. Do you want to walk me through how that game went for you?
Oh my goodness. So I think when I top decked that Miraidon the first turn, I was like, because
right now probably wants to play that Ultra Ball and get a Wingull out.
Yeah.
Again, as we mentioned in the last match, Pelipper just is your engine for the deck. Can you kind of describe what I mean when I say engine?
Yeah, so many decks have an engine, and like a car, like you can imagine, it's what keeps the deck running, what keeps the deck going. And Ava's Pelipper engine can grab you any supporter you want. There's a wide variety of supporters to choose from, but Ava actually choosing not to play that Ultra Ball, not grabbing the Wingull. I think Ava sees that, hey, I don't have a Pelipper in hand, so I'm not going to be able to use that Wingull anyways next turn. I think I would have liked to see the Wingull come out anyways in case Ava hits a lucky top deck or something, because now if she hits a Pelipper, it's pretty much useless.
Yeah, and she doesn't have another supporter to play.
Because of it. Shelty going to Ultra Ball for a Bidoof. I really like this play, actually, because Bidoof is one of the few things you can't grab from Miraidon EX's tandem unit. So Shelty, and I also like this play, too, as well, bringing up the Miraidon EX, knowing that Ava can knock out a Marie very easily, but it's going to be impossible to knock out the Miraidon.
Yeah, Shelty and Swift have really gotten a handle.
The Cloudslayer EX can take a turn 2 knockout on this Tinkatink.
So Etiquette does play that Artisan to grab the Ralts. We'll see if he does anything else. He is going second, which means he is able to use a supporter for turn this turn. We see Zinnia's, we see Iono, we see Cynthia's Ambition, we see Research. Pretty much any choice you can think of, Etiquette has it. What would you like to see here played?
Yeah, I think the Iono is probably the best
future turn she did roll.
And she rolled a heads.
So it's all good then.
What this play opens up is if Ava top decks like Sharon's Care, for example, that sets her up really nicely to basically swing the game heavily in her favor. So this is a more risky play. If you get tails, it could be kind of awkward, for example. But it has a high payoff if you get that one Sharon's Care off the top deck, because now you can just heal your Oinkologne and still take the knockout at the same time.
Yeah, this is players have to be mindful of when they do that.
I've thought about this mirror a little bit yesterday because I was so hyped for this matchup. and the one thing that came to mind is that 2 bench Pokemon is actually a little bit dangerous, because when you have 2 bench Pokemon, your opponent can Maddening Scent for potentially 70 damage, putting your Oinkologne at 190, which is perfect math for Heavy Stomp to come in with a double turbo for the knockout. So Ava benches 2 Lechonks that can potentially come up if Shab is able to Maddening Scent into a Lechonk. That being said, though, Shab's 1 Lechonk has a double turbo already, so the 70 damage math doesn't quite work out. I think Ava is safe to bench that second Lechonk, and these are all the numbers, and these are all the things that the players are thinking about in their heads. When is it safe to bench another Pokemon? When is it better to bench another Pokemon? There's just so much to think about in this mirror.
It looks like he is eyeing up that Arven as well, which, again, with that energy search would give him the energy he needs to do the heavy stomp.
But energy search is prized. So actually, Shab, one of our most thorough prize checkers, didn't check the 1 of energy search. So it might come down to trekking shoes for trying to grab energy. It came down to one pivotal moment. That one energy search being a prize. Man. I feel so bad for Shab because he has been so good about prize checking. That's a skill that players don't get for years sometimes when you pick up the Pokemon TCGs. Shab picked it up 48 hours ago, and is prize checking, and is doing it well, too. Prize checking all the 1-of supporters. He just missed one tiny detail.
It's one of those items that you don't really think about carrying, because it's just such an inconsequential card. Who cares? It's an item search, whatever. But he committed things they have on their board, put them in a better position to win the game.
So Swift actually attaching 5 energy to this Ampharos EX. This is a play that we've seen in the past. It means that she can use that second attack twice in a row for the full 240 effect. I think in this situation, it's a little bit redundant, because you only need to do the 140 this time, and then you can do 240 the next turn. But given that Swift has only 3 bench Pokemon, maybe this Ampharos EX is going to stick around for a long time.
Yeah, I think Oinkologne that is going to come out.
The deck is looking very thin. I don't even know if Ava has another Oinkologne to follow up. This one, she's grabbing a Pelipper instead of a Lechonk, so maybe she sees a line that I don't see. Maybe there's another option. Maybe it's something akin to boss stalling or whatnot. I don't know what this Pelipper is going to do here. You can disrupt the hand. You can do something like that Rocks and to make Swift hand size shrink down to 2. But with a fully charged Ampharos EX, does that really matter?